Good morning, people. How are we on this Tuesday morning? Hope that the sun is shining wherever you are. I'm just waiting for the weather to pick up a little bit so I can get my washing out, because daily mum goals, especially in the months of June, July and August, should be default that you should be able to put a line of washing out and get it dry, but it's not looking very promising, unfortunately, today. But anyway, I wanted to jump on here and tell you about something that I've been working on for the last few months. It's something that's very, very personal to me because I've been through the experience myself. And today I'm a little bit nervous, I'm a little bit apprehensive, but I'm also a little bit excited because a little project that I have been working on is now live on Amazon. So for those who have followed my YouTube page already or watched any of my earlier videos, you may know that last January I went through an employment tribunal hearing with my former employer. I won that tribunal against them and received a successful judgment, and I did that as a litigant in person. I didn't have any legal help, I couldn't afford solicitors, etc, etc. It was without question one of the hardest, most difficult, emotionally, physically and mentally taxing things that I think I have ever done today and probably will ever do in the future. The impact that an employment tribunal had on me, on my life, on my partner, on my children, on my family, was just immense, something that I was definitely not prepared for. And since receiving a successful judgment, I have tried to share my story in the hope that it helps others. It may help people who are being unfairly treated at work, bullied at work, discriminated against at work, just to see that there are options. You know, you don't have to put up with that kind of behaviour. It happens so much in the workplace, and a lot of the time it becomes the norm and people don't even realise that it's actually a thing. I know that sounds really bizarre, but it really is the case. People lose their jobs on a daily basis. Yes, we hear about P&O. Yes, recently we've heard about Louise Minchin being discriminated against for being part-time. Obviously there was the lady who won her case against Morrison's. Absolutely every story worthy of being on the headline, because we really need more media attention so that people know that this is a thing and it goes on daily. But there's also thousands of other people like myself who were singled out and who are discriminated against for being part-time, for being working mums, working dads, having care responsibilities towards other people. Sham redundancies like mine go on a lot more often than I think people realise. And I wanted to share my story, one, like I say, so that people know it's not okay. Two, to give a little bit of hope to people who are going through an employment tribunal process, because just sometimes getting through day to day and getting through the challenges that the process throws up can be extremely difficult and really take its toll. But I also shared my story in the hope of deterring any employers who were maybe thinking of hiding in the loopholes that employment law offers to employers, and trying to maybe dismiss an employee unfairly. Obviously you can do that, but if you do that, beware, because there may be an employee like me who sticks their nose into your business. And as Del Boy said, when you stick your nostril in a beehive, you're going to get more than a nostril full of honey. And I uncovered lots of different things, and I uncovered lots of different failings. I took my former employer through an employment tribunal. We sat in front of a judge. All our business was aired. I proved unanimously what they'd done. Obviously not a great day, I would imagine, for the company. Certainly not been a great 3 years for me. There really are no winners in an employment tribunal. but I have tried to join some forum groups and give a little bit of help to other people who are currently thinking about going through the process, and those like myself who have been through the process and who find it difficult to move on for lots of different reasons. That can be because it's affected your mental health, your physical health, your self-confidence, your self-worth, and those things unfortunately don't just spring back to action as soon as a judgment is given. And going through that experience actually prompted me to put something together to try and offer a little bit of help to those currently going through the process. Anybody who's been through it, anybody going through it, anybody who might go through it, you need to know that there is a lot of paperwork involved. There's a lot of notes involved, there's a lot of contact information involved, there's a lot of preparation involved. At the time I was going through it, I had a journal which I started to do through some self-help counselling, which I found absolutely invaluable. It allowed me to try and get some of my thoughts down on paper, put my thoughts into words, look at them logically and try and kind of work through them. I also had obviously calendars, I had diaries, I had folders and different things with lots of different information in them, which made it really difficult when I was putting all my information together, because I was having to scroll back through to think, oh, when did that happen? When was that conversation? When did that take place? When did I receive that email? When did I send this? When did they send that? And it just made everything so much more difficult. So from that, this baby has now been born. And this is my Employment Tribunal Organiser and Journal. This is the proof copy, as you can probably see there. This is available today on Amazon, which I'm really, really excited about. As you can see, it's a decent sized book, so you can get lots of information in there. There's dedicated spaces for claim information and various things. You can also get this as a download from my Etsy shop, which is all the pages still included, but obviously you can just print those off as often as you need. Some of the pages might be relevant to people, some of the pages might not. I've tried to keep it as flexible as I possibly can. This is a 12-week log if you're going to use it every day, but obviously if you're just going to use it as and when, then it will basically last, however long those pages kind of last for you. So if you head over to my YouTube channel, you'll see this video and it's got more information on there, where to find it and how you can find it. And what I've done is, instead of me rambling on any longer, I'm just going to attach another video onto the back of this one, and I'm going to flick through it and you can take a look at it with me. Please, if you know anybody who's currently going through an employment tribunal, if you know anybody who's assisting somebody going through an employment tribunal, and just really to raise awareness that things like this are needed, because things like this do happen to people and it could well happen to you. I would really, really appreciate it if you would give us a like, and give us a follow, and maybe share it with anybody that you think it might be relevant to. So thanks for watching. The video is going to follow, and as I say, if you want more information, just press the YouTube link at the top, or if you're watching on YouTube, you want to be down there. Thanks ever so much, everybody. Have a super duper day, and I'll see you on the other side. My Employment Tribunal Organiser and Journal has dedicated spaces for anybody going through an employment tribunal process to keep details of their claim information, important contacts including email addresses, case management to-do lists, schedule of loss calculations, and also notes for disclosure. It contains 3 monthly organisers. It has a food diary and organiser, so it's flexible to use as you choose, a weekly habit tracker, daily pages for journaling with preparation time spent, and also a weekly check-in. It has important notes for the week, and also a weekly fitness log for you to keep track of your health and fitness.